I just think, and you know way better than me,
Yeah.
but like, it just feels like people are jealous of this new little wave of.
They are,
rookies.
but I just hate that because like this is what we've always wanted as a league. So like, who cares who gets the credit? And if you're smart, you're making money off of them.
Yeah.
Like you are literally making money from the viewership.
And why bully the person who is like not 100% responsible, but like has a huge role in growing your sport?
Dude, and it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
The silence was deafening. Game after game, Caitlin Clark kept taking hits, cheap elbows, hard fouls, nasty stares, and subtle digs in post-game interviews, and through all of it, nobody said a word. Not the coaches, not the refs, not even her own teammates. It started to feel normal, like this kind of bullying was just part of the game. But then Sophie Cunningham finally broke the silence. No filter, no fear, just raw truth. This isn't physical basketball. This is targeted harassment, she said, and in that moment, everything changed. Someone finally said what fans had been screaming into the void for months. Someone with real credibility stood up and called it what it is, and just like that, the energy shifted. It was no longer just Clark against the noise because now she had backup. And when one brave player speaks out, it gives everyone else permission to stop pretending this is okay.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally.
The noise isn't just getting louder, it's overwhelming now. The tension? You can feel it crackling in the air. What started as whispers on light tweets, demons, and frustrated texts has exploded under the arena lights, and this time, it's not coming from fans or media, it's coming from the inside. Sophie Cunningham isn't just witnessing what Caitlin Clark is going through, she's living it. And she's done holding back. She's not brushing off the bruises anymore. Not pretending the no calls are normal. She's naming it for what it is: targeted, relentless, unacceptable. While the league sits back and watches its biggest draw get pounded, Sophie has stepped forward with fire in her voice and truth in her gut. Her words hit harder than any elbow because they're real. And maybe, just maybe, they're the wake-up call the WNBA can't ignore anymore.
Biggest stars the WNBA's ever
Who's that?
had. Her name rhymes with Schmaitland.
Hurtland?
Yeah. What has that been like, seeing her not only kind of transform a league, but also just be like,
No,
is that fair to say? Okay.
not even just the league, but like
The
women's
sport?
basketball as a whole around the
Yeah.
world. No, I think it's awesome. I think it's so funny because she's like 22, 23 years old and the whole world is watching.
And then came the moment, one that WNBA fans won't forget anytime soon. Sophie Cunningham didn't play it safe. She didn't tiptoe around the issue or offer a polished soundbite. No, she lit the fuse. This wasn't about standing behind Caitlin Clark with quiet support. It was about standing in front of her and calling out the league itself. The same league profiting off Clark's face, her name, her magic. Sophie pulled back the curtain and exposed its biggest failure, not protecting the very star it's built its momentum around. It wasn't subtle, it wasn't strategic, it was raw, emotional, and loud. She didn't just hold a mic, she raised a flashlight and aimed it straight at the rot. And for the first time, someone on the inside made it impossible to look away.
You have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But
Right.
there's just more.
What Sophie Cunningham revealed, it's chilling, because even with a tough, battle-tested veteran in your corner, it still might not be enough to shield Caitlin Clark from what she's really up against. And Sophie knows it's not rookie bumps or growing pains. This is targeted, rehearsed, mean. She's lived through it. She's been on the court when it happened and off the court when it was planned. Back when she was with the Phoenix Mercury, she sat in those locker rooms, listened to those huddles, saw the strategy firsthand. And yes, Caitlin Clark's name was on the whiteboard. The mission was clear: shake her, test her, break her spirit. Before she finds her stride, these hits, they weren't just heat of the moment fouls. They were pre-planned, and now, for the first time, someone from inside that storm is stepping forward, saying it all out loud. No fear, no filter, just the truth.
So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like actually it's just too much. And like it's just, I'm over it. And if I'm saying it's too.
And yet, what Sophie Cunningham is seeing now, it's somehow even worse. Because testing a rookie, that's part of the game. She gets that. But this is something darker. Now that she's wearing the same jersey as Caitlin Clark, she's watching the vendetta unfold from the inside, and the view from here is brutal. The hits feel sharper, the whistles come slower, the motives crystal clear. What are people doing? Sophie asked, voice heavy with disbelief. It's just too much, and she's not wrong. This isn't tough defense, this is targeted punishment. And now that she's standing shoulder to shoulder with Clark, Sophie isn't just observing. The storm, she's caught in it, and the scariest part, the silence. The kind that lingers in every gym, every post-game presser, every missed call. The kind that tells you this isn't random, it's allowed.
No player ever has gotten this type of treatment coming into the league. LeBron would probably be the closest person that got this type of treatment. And that's only because he big as fuck and he used to come to the lane, and the only way you could stop him is to pull him down. But even when they used to pull his ass down, they did not try to hurt him. A lot of times they would just grab LeBron and like just stop him from falling. It wasn't malicious with this shit. And it's so sad that y'all just turning a blind eye. Y'all just like, oh, it's not bullying. She's not getting targeted. She deserves it because she talks trash. Oh my God.
The numbers, they don't lie and they don't blink. Caitlin Clark hasn't just faced pressure this season. She's been hunted in her rookie year alone. No one in the league has taken more physical punishment. One stat says it louder than any highlight reel. 20% of all flagrant fouls have involved her. 1 in 5. Let that sit with you. She's already missed games plural from 3 separate injuries to groin pulls and a strained quad. That's not coincidence. That's not rookie growing pains. That's a pattern, a campaign. And whether the motive is jealousy, politics, or something uglier, it's hurting her. What's worse? The league's silence, not a word, not a warning. And at this point, that silence is starting to sound like approval.
Sports anchors, they're all haters too. That's crazy. They're definitely not analysts. They don't know shit about basketball. Rick? What the fuck are you talking about? I've never seen so much hate on a new athlete since I've been living. Since my 43 years of living, I've never seen so much hate towards an athlete. He says, oh, she's not getting bullied. This is normal physicality. If you're gonna be talking shit, putting it in my face and saying, yeah, what up, then you gonna have that shit coming for you. Somebody gonna bust you in the mouth for knocking a shot down and talking shit about.
What's even more unsettling, the escalation. Just like Sophie Cunningham warned, the hits haven't stopped, they've gotten nastier. It began with Kennedy Carter's blatant cheap shot, obvious, undeniable, and somehow it was labeled a common foul. Then Alyssa Thomas, charging in like a linebacker, lowers a shoulder and skates away with nothing. And when Marina Mabrey shoved Caitlin Clark to the floor right in front of the refs, silence, not a single whistle, not a single hand raised. The message couldn't be clearer. We're not calling it. And here's the truth, this isn't just Sophie's opinion. She's been here 6 years. She's guarded Clark. She now suits up next to her, and she's saying it plainly. This isn't tough defense, it's targeted abuse. And when the referees ignore it, that's not just bad officiating, that's enabling.
What we all been witnessing right before our eyes about our precious CC, my precious CC, Caitlin Clark. For the ones who didn't know. So basically, she was saying that when they was preparing, when she was on the other team before she came to the Indiana Fever, we talking about Sophie Cunningham. She was basically saying that the Phoenix Mercury players were basically game planning and saying that they was going.
And then came that moment, the one that flipped Sophie Cunningham from a respected vet into a force the league could no longer brush off. It happened on her podcast, Show Me Something, where the mask came off. No PR script, no sugarcoating, just fire. It literally pisses me off when people say she's not the face of the league, she said. Her voice sharp, her patience gone, but Sophie didn't just talk, she acted. On the court, when she delivered a hard foul to J.C. Sheldon that set off a full-blown brawl. It wasn't some emotional outburst, it was a message, a clear, thunderous line drawn through the wood grain. Come for Caitlin Clark, and you answer. To me, that wasn't about starting trouble, it was about finishing the silence. In that moment, Sophie wasn't just standing up for her teammates, she was standing against the entire unspoken agenda.
in the first half, the refs didn't call. Someone should have been thrown out, and the refs did not call it.
Correct. I remember that.
They didn't. And so I was like, all right.
She got full body
dude,
chested.
by 3 people.
Late. Yeah.
Like 2 people, they're like, oh, it's fine. I'm like, if that was anyone else, I would have been booted out of the game. I know that for sure. I'm a little sassy, but like, so are they.
Your leash is shorter though, because they know.
Literally. I don't even have a leash. I just have a freaking collar and a hand on it. Anyway, so there was like 45 seconds left. The girl stole the ball and I was running back and I was like, we're up. I don't need to foul. And I was like, just let her go. And I was like, all right, like, who cares? Last second, intrusive.
And guess what? The fans ate it up. In just 48 hours, Sophie Cunningham's TikTok exploded 600. 0 new followers. Just like that. Her jersey, gone. Sold out. Everywhere. But this wasn't just a viral blip, it was the start of a movement. Sophie didn't just earn fans. She ignited something real. Across comment sections, sports talk shows, and headlines. People weren't just cheering, they were crowning her the enforcer. A title the league hasn't had in years, and fans weren't bluffing. They put their money where their loyalty was. Cunningham merch vanished from shelves like wildfire, forcing retailers to hang the ultimate sign of success, sold out everywhere. This wasn't about popularity, it was about power. A reminder that when the league stays silent, fans will rally behind the ones brave enough to speak.
I went from, I think, like...
followers, yeah.
350,000 and like maybe 200,000 on TikTok.
You had 200,000 on TikTok a month ago?
No. I
before the fight.
Before the fight. And then I had like 350 on 100,000 on Instagram over the night, or over like a day and a half, over 1 million on both. Insane. This is coming from me though, dude. I got tired of seeing myself.
I get it.
And I love myself.
I get it.
I love myself. I was over it.
Sophie Cunningham didn't stop with the players, she came straight for the referees too. She's had enough missed calls, enough silence, enough failure to do the one thing that should have been automatic from day one: protect Caitlin Clark and her most iconic jab. A TikTok, just a few seconds long but loud enough to rattle the league, true to WNBA fashion. They didn't take it well. Their brilliant response, a $500 fine, and Sophie's clap back, legendary. I got fined $500 for this TikTok. I don't know why. This is funny to me, she said, soaked in sarcasm. Like, okay, you got it. But because clearly there's nothing more important going on in our league right now. That wasn't just a joke, it was a statement, a mic drop. The internet couldn't stop sharing.